Welcome back to the Columbus Blue Jackets BAGM. Last episode, we went on an insane winning streak where we won 11 of 12. This game right here on the road against the Capitals really fueled that, and we've just had an insane run ever since then. So we're going to keep simming a little bit more. I edited the trade block in the last episode with a couple things that I thought our team might need. Now, here's an interesting trade, actually. Brian Campbell, another offensive defenseman. He's on a one-year deal still. He's 36 years old, so we can just get rid of him after the season. And I'm not going to take this trade because he's a offensive defenseman. He does have 26 points this year. However, we already have Cody Franzen in that same role, and I don't want to leave our line there too defensively liable. So we will continue to let offers come into us because getting rid of Savard is something that I would really like to do, because I don't think he's going to get any better. His trade value indicates that that's probably true. So I don't think he's going to get any better. I also don't really see a need for him if we are a contending team, because he is playing above his role. He's a top 6 defenseman that's been forced into a top 4 role with Cody Franzen, and I thought he would have been doing pretty good, but apparently not. Kirby Reichel is out for about 4 days. We don't really have to worry about that. They really want to give me Brian Campbell. I'm not going to take it. It's still too early to tell, because I just really want to field offers right now. I'm not necessarily going to take any. If something absolutely amazing comes my way where I can't turn it down, then I will absolutely take it. But I'm not thinking that any of that's really going to happen. So just going to bide my time. Danny Briere for David Savard. If that was a straight across trade, like it was giving me, oh, he's a third line scorer, never mind. Not what I needed. I need a second liner. Well, I don't really need a second liner, but I'd like a second liner. I did put impending UFAs on there, though, so I could expect deals like that to come my way. If they were giving me like Jan Heda for, well, Jan Heda wouldn't be a top 4, never mind. We've been just crazy lately, though. Our team leaders aren't even like our actual like leaders of our team. Like, there's people who are stepping up into bigger roles than they ever were asked of. Well, actually, I gave Ryan Murray top minutes, so he should be doing well. But we lost right there in regulation. Kirby Reichel's back, though. Plug him in for Matt Calvert's been getting work this season. He's been playing quite a bit. Let's see what his stats are. Probably not very good. 5 points in 12 games. That's not bad, I guess. He's not going to get any better, though, so we will be cutting ties with him. Actually, I might put him... No, he doesn't have enough trade value, probably. Never mind. I'm cutting ties with him after this season. Alright, so sorry for the interruption. I got a phone call, but hopefully we're fine now. It only actually simmed one more game, and we won against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pittsburgh Pirates, awesome. Pittsburgh Penguins. I just want to check standings real quick. We're 2 points out of the division lead. Alright, so good solid stretch right here. A bad stretch by Carolina could totally put us in the lead for the division. Florida Panthers are leading their division. I don't know why they want to trade Brian Campbell if they're leading their division. That just makes no sense to me. But it is their franchise, not mine, so I don't really have a say in it. Alright, we have enough forward prospects, so we don't need to check forwards. Let's check international defensive prospects. We might check, where's that second rounder at? Here? We'll go here for 3 weeks. 2 weeks. I didn't want to do that. Go there for 2 weeks and try and get the scoop on him. See if we can get any info. Extra Liga it was. Yeah, 2 weeks. Okay. Did I think I did forwards, actually. Can't remember. Hold on. Defenseman, that's definitely not where I went. Thanks, game, for screwing that up for me. Alright, that should do it. Alright, let's sim up a couple weeks until that's done. We gotta go through the All-Star break this episode. Probably up to the trade deadline if we get that far. This sim session's been really weird, though, so... First part of the sim took really long, so... It's kind of throwing off all the other aspects of the recording. They really... Why would I give up more? That's just retarded. Why would I give up more than I wasn't giving up before to you? Jeez, I guess Florida's the only one who wants to trade. The top 4 defenseman, Josh Anderson, has been injured. I don't know who that is, so I'm just going to pretend that he's not important. Probably isn't, to be completely honest. The thing that's kind of screwing with our standing right now is the fact that we lost so many games in regulation early on in the season. We might be the best team in the NHL since that on that stretch. I don't know, I should have checked. I think I checked, yeah, I checked standings beforehand. But I don't know if I went in depth with every team. Like, I didn't show every exact team's standings since then. But I can do the point math when I watch this video back and be able to tell if that's true. Who is this Josh Anderson guy? Oh, he's only a 3-star grinder. He's not important. He can sit on the bench. Tyler Seguin with 55 points in the early season. Awesome for him. 3-1 loss. Stop trying to get me to trade for Brian Campbell. Why is this value gone up? Is that why these trades keep coming, like, with more stuff attached to them? I think that might be why, to be completely honest. Oh, as my Xbox turns itself on, or off, I guess it was on already. Something must have happened. Not sure what, but something in the way. I don't remember what the next line is from that awful Beatles song, but or Nirvana if you want. There's both ways. Alright, I'm sick of rambling, so. Oh yeah, I have NHL on. I don't know, probably mentioned this last episode, but David Savard's out for one game. I bought NHL 15 on the Xbox One this week. It was only $20, so I figured it was whatever. It was a throwaway buy. It was only $20. It was probably the least expensive thing I purchased all week. So that's forwards. Where's the extra liga that he was in? Yeah, second line or second round. He's actually a really good prospect. Might have to pick him up in the draft, even if that requires trading up. Don't think there's really anything else that's not in the Canadian leagues. So. You'll check the queue though, and what I expected to happen has happened, where there's more queue prospects now that we're getting deeper into scouting season than there was beforehand. I want to upgrade the scouting, but I'm not quite have enough yet. Identical record with the Boston Bruins. I was thinking about doing a GM mode on the Xbox One, but then I was like, no, we're already going to be 2 seasons into this by the time I get my Elgato to actually record off the Xbox, because I can't stream with the internet the way it is right now. Because technically, because I'm in an apartment complex, we're on a public network, and that screws with my internet for some reason whenever I try and stream. So, I don't know what the deal with that is. Who was injured, even? Savard. Actually, honestly, might leave Roosevelt in instead of Savard. Let's see how it goes. If our team starts losing games, I'll put Savard back in. I didn't check plus minus when I did individual stats either time. So I imagine they were all negative the first time, and that's why I didn't want to look at it. But I don't remember why I didn't look the second time. That's really weird thinking about it now. Alright, let's check out the All-Star game. We are the red team. Ovechkin, Crosby, Kessel, Nash, Tavares, Voracek, Kane, Johnson, Camilleri, Puri, Datsuk, Semin. Why is he still... Oh, yeah, I remember. Subban, Carlson, Hamilton, Falk, Jack Johnson, Morgan Riley, and Bobrovsky's in as the backup goaltender. So, while we're here, we will check individual stats as well. Not team standings, because I don't really want to check that, really. Actually, I might change that back, because that Rothfall game where we had him in, we lost 5-1. Yeah, I'm going to change that back. Everyone's kind of cooled off a little bit. That was on the third line. I'm not super excited to see that, but not a whole lot that can be done. Our team is just really solid. Plus minus 16. Not a lot of negative players. Even. Roosevelt's a -1. Terrell's a minus. Yeah, these guys are not super important players, so I'm not super concerned. What I might do Yeah, I'm gonna put Savard back in instead of Roosevelt because Savard's been super great defensively, even though he's been bad offensively. I just really I want Savard to at least become like an 83 so I can justify playing him there at this moment. I just hate playing him there now because he's so lowly rated. And we might carry this into the trade deadline. I'm going to look for a trade for hopefully both a second liner and a top four defenseman. Maybe I can go to a team like Boston perhaps and get both. Like I get like Lucic and Seidenberg, where they're both solid players that we need, and they can use a couple prospects and a draft pick or something. Like, I'm not... Wow, we lost again. I'm not opposed to trading my own draft pick. I don't want to trade the Rangers because that's constantly losing value. You know what I should have done actually is I traded my first round pick when I did that was the whole trade block changes at the beginning because my first round pick is going to be worth nothing by the end of the season when we're in the playoffs if we continue on the run we're on right now. Because I think that the Maple Leaf game when that was the first time we lost 2 in a row, like, for most of the season. Oh, Chris Kreider is out for a couple months. MCL sprain. Okay. So, we might end up making that trade now. Jerome McGinley for a second round pick and David Savard. Yeah, that's a good trade. I like that a lot now that Kreider's out. But I want to add something to this. I will add a little bit more to it. I want to get someone to take... Wow, their defensemen were all really bad. Okay. Instead of... Yeah, I can see why you want Savard. I can definitely see why you want Savard. You know what? I'm going to take that trade. We're going to stay on the trading screen because I'm going to get a defenseman to replace that. So, it's a place that has like a good... We looked at Spurgeon before. One-way deal. Top 4 defenseman. Defensive defenseman too, I'm pretty sure. What about Scandella? Oh, Scandella's signed for a long time. 3.815. Huh. Yeah, I don't think I can get rid of that contract really either. Boyu was someone we looked at, but not down our alley. Petrie's signed for way too long and way too much. Don't want Scott Hannon. Merrill. Andy Green. 4 years. Never mind. Boychuk. How long is Boychuk signed? 7 years. Oh yeah, has a new contract extension. Travis Hamonic would be someone nice though because he would actually fill a top 4 role really nice and be a good piece for us. I'd trade them Boone Jenner. Trade them Boone Jenner. That's not nearly enough. What can we work with here? We got plenty of prospects, don't we? Not really, actually. Thought we had more prospects. Alright. How much is our pick worth? Not a lot. I'd trade that. Make that trade. Yeah, we'll make this trade. No, they didn't want that, actually. Throw in a little bit more then, I guess. How about this 5th right here? 5th and a 7th. Oh, you cock. Okay. Never mind, we're not going to do that. We'll take all that shit off. Rangers usually have good defensemen. We can get Dan Girardi. He's on a really long contract, though. Kevin Klein. Let's try and get Kevin Klein. No, I want to get something that's worth that. Del Zotto, maybe. No, he's signed for 2 years. Also, probably, yeah, just the top 6 forward. Only Matta, Paul Martin. Yeah, this episode's gonna be full of just nothing again. I don't know what I can really go for. Justin Braun signed for 5 years. 84 overall defensive defenseman, though. He might actually be worth it. Did they take that trade? No, they won't take that trade straight across. I'm not going to trade my first for that. I'm sick of trading draft picks. What do you want goalie-wise? Nothing that's really... Nothing I want to get rid of. I could trade a defensive prospect, I guess. Because some of these guys are just never going to get good. Like Anderson. Actually, he's 19. Yeah, he can play next year. Well, whatever. Let's see if that pushes it over. Alright. Apparently it was a little bit more in their favor. I'm going to try and get this done. Alright, so Jerome McGinley and Justin Braun. That's actually really good improvements right there. Still kind of wanted Lucic, but I'm not going to really piss and moan over not getting him because it wasn't really a big deal. The only thing is we don't have another center for the penalty kill, so I'm going to have to put Derek Brassard on the penalty kill. That was the only thing we really lost out on with that. 4-4, yeah. The only thing we really lost out on with that trade was we don't have a center who can kill penalties because I don't want Luke Adam on there. That's something I plan on upgrading in the offseason anyways, a fourth line center who can kill penalties and play on defensive line and not be Luke Adam because he's probably not very good. And the only reason he's been around this long, honestly, is because we haven't cared enough to pursue a fourth line center. And I also kind of thought that he would improve. We can look at the trade deadline for a fourth line center, though. That's something that can easily be gotten for a low round pick or someone who already is on the roster. Bobrovsky, damn, that sucks. Bobrovsky's injured. Okay, this is not gonna go over well. Call up him. We might be screwed. That might end up pushing us back even further. Damn, that sucks. Okay, we'll deal with it though. We have dealt with worse. No, we haven't, but still, I think it's manageable. That's 2 long-term injuries though, right in the heart of our team. Hopefully our offense can continue at a good enough pace to keep us at a 500 level. And instead of losing so much in regulation, we can take a few games to overtime. Alright, Vancouver's bad. Should be able to beat them, although they still have a good goaltender, Ryan Miller. And they have decent offensive players, I guess. Oh, that was bad. That was an overtime loss. That was a really bad game to lose right there. Oh, Bobrovsky's not even out that long. Jacob Voracek. Whoa, holy hell. Jakub Voracek for 2 first-round picks. I don't know how that... I don't really know how that trade value adds up. 61 points this season. He had 88 last. There's no way I'm not taking this trade. Thank you, Philly. Alright. That, was not expecting that. That is insane. The only problem that creates is when Kreider comes back, though. Where do you fit him? And this team is just crazy. It was a good trade still, but the team might be a little too good now. Anisimov. Okay, so we'll put Anisimov down here for now. Let's best lines it. Okay. Atkinson, no, I want... why did it take him out completely? That doesn't make sense to me. Anisimov will play wing right here. And Chris Stewart was down here instead of him, yeah. Alright, I know what we can do afterwards. A little Testu in there. We'll fix everything in a second. Might have found our, okay. We'll see you scratched in a minute, too. Braun and Franzen, that's fine. Power play. I want Brassard up here. Oh, no, actually. I know what we can do now. Reichel. Iginla. That's actually really good. Second line power play. Okay, we'll leave that. That's awesome. We'll put Broussard and Voracek together though. This guy like to keep Ryan Johansson with Foligno. This is crazy. I did not expect this to happen. We'll put Anisimov in there too. Flip those guys. Foligno up there. He's ace on that penalty kill, and we'll put Iginla in there instead of overworking Reichel as much as we have been. The same here. I guess Broussard's an okay penalty killer, so it won't be really that big of a deal. And third line, we'll put Letestu with Atkinson on here because they've been really good this season. That's a freaking crazy trade, though. And only 2 first-round picks. I mean, I still have an extra first-round pick this year. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have taken it. We can clear the trading block now, probably true. Tyrell, that's the one that we need to scratch. So we want Voracek, and instead of Foligno, we'll use Johnson. Okay. We might have just offset our goalie issues. Considering that he actually comes back a lot earlier than I thought he did. I thought it was still the beginning of January. We are going to sim up to the... No, that T makes too much. We are going to sim up to the trade deadline, though, in this episode, regardless. I don't know where... The problem is, I don't know where Anisimov is going to play when Kreider comes back. That third line is too good to break up, honestly. Bobrovsky's back. Okay. Thankfully. You know what I might look at, too, is contracts. To see what if Anisimov expires this year, it might just be okay with letting him walk if we don't want to re-sign him, because we're going to have Broussard back, obviously, and then Reichel's definitely going to be ready for second-line minutes. Dan Hamhuis, no thanks. I already found someone to trade for that's not Dan Hamhuis, who actually can help us in the long run. Man, our team has just transformed itself since the beginning of the season. I'm ready to call it. We're a Stanley Cup contender now. Anisimov is actually a free agent after the season. That actually works pretty well in our favor. Because we can have Anisimov as like a super fourth-line center this year. I'm going to try and jet through this as fast as possible. We can have Anisimov as like a super fourth-liner this year. And penalty killer and stuff. And then after that, we can just let him walk in free agency and not really feel like we lost out on anything. Our salary cap space is getting put to good use, though, between Braun and Voracek being on the team now. And Jerome Iginla. We got to be cutting it close to the cap. I don't know. I'm honestly not sure how we even brought in all those players. And funnily enough, I just thought of this. Voracek was originally on the Blue Jackets at the very beginning of his career, so that's kind of funny. This is like a homecoming for him. This episode's going to be way longer than the last one was. Actually, you know what? I'm super excited. I don't want to do this, but I'm going to cut it off because I do have to leave in a few minutes anyway. So I'll have just more time to get ready. So, thank you everyone for watching once this game sims. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. It's a crazy, crazy episode, but I honestly think that we're Stanley Cup contenders now. And so, I want to see where we go with this team. This team is just a juggernaut now with Braun and Iginla and Voracek, and Anisimov soon going to be on the fourth line. That's insane to think about that depth. Alright, so that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy. We are 34, 19, and 3. There's no doubt in my mind that we're in first in our division. Yeah, we're in first in our division by 4 points. Still not. We're actually the worst division leader, but that's just because we've lost so many games in regulation. So